Hello, I am being frank with you. Many users of electric vehicles in Scotland will be familiar with this card, Charge Place Scotland. It is part of the chargeyourcar.org network of charging points and just ways to use your electric vehicle. It's a very useful website. But I've not been a big user of the charging points, except when I'm on holiday, of course. At home for a long time now, I've just been using my charging point which I had installed free. It was good and continues to be good. But now, because my travels take me past a particular car park which has a CHAdeMO charger, I have now started using it maybe 3 or 4 times a week. And I began to wonder, how much do I actually save by doing this? Well, of course, if I do the calculations for a whole year and I work out how much I would have spent by charging my car only at home, it would have cost me about £700. It's not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money compared to maybe £2,200 like I was paying for diesel for my old car. But it's still £700. You know, it's a significant amount of money. So then I began to ask the question, what am I saving by using Charge Your Car? Now they have on the website, you log in and it shows you all the sessions that you have had at different charging points. I'll show you on the screen. These are the different charge points that I have used over the last 4 or 5 months. You see, I've not really used any particular place a lot of times. And in the top left-hand corner of the screen, it shows I have 17 charging sessions and I have a total energy used figure of 234 kilowatt hours. And it's not a lot compared to some people. By the way, there is no significance to the fact I have had highlighted headquarters here. It was just to stop the screen going round and round and rotating with other things. It has other useful information on here. It gives you tweets information, how to do a survey about charging different types of car. But the one that I was particularly interested in is this screen here, which is called the CYC Green League. Now, these figures are very interesting. Apparently there is in top position, I suppose since it is cars, I should say in pole position, there is someone who has used 28,000 sessions and taken on board 348,000 kilowatt hours. I began to wonder about these figures, particularly the mileage figure. Let me tell you that the mileage figure is just nonsense, because what they do is they say that on average people will use 262 watt hours per mile. So they say this figure here divided by 262 watt hours gives you this. It's just nonsense, because not everybody has exactly the same, and I really think that 262 watt hours per mile is a very low figure. So what I did was, I took the information from their website, and it's only the top 100 informations that you get to see, and I put it into a spreadsheet. So on here you can see in top position, number 1, someone who has 28,000 sessions at different charging points and has downloaded 348,000 kilowatt hours, which means that on average they have 12 kilowatt hours per session. And okay, I think that makes sense. But let me show you what happens when I reorder the spreadsheet. I have now changed the spreadsheet so that it shows the number of kilowatt hours per session. Look at the person who is in top position. They've been able, on average, to download 353 kilowatt hours in every session. So sometimes there will be less and sometimes there must be more. But let's just say that every session was at 353 kilowatt hours. What type of vehicle takes on board 353 kilowatts? I mean, my Tesla has a 90 kilowatt hour battery, so I will have to have 4 of these stacked one on top of the other in order to do that in every session. So I think these figures may be nonsense. I suppose I should be careful what I'm saying. They might take my account away. But you just look at the top 10. All these vehicles are taking anything up to 353, but down 139 and then 93 and then a big drop into, what is that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10th or 11th place, 54. Now, I could understand 54, someone who does a lot of miles, they're draining the battery all the way down and then they're building it back up. So 53 kilowatt hours in a session, yes, I think that is believable. But everything up above that, unless they have developed some sort of electric truck that we don't know about, what does this mean?
I think we are very lucky in Scotland to have this facility that we do not pay for. I know in England there is something similar, but again, many of the charging stations in England, you have to pay. It's just the same rate that you would pay at home for electricity. Sometimes there is a connection fee. I don't know what it is like in other countries. And certainly if you have a Tesla and it is purchased with the free access to superchargers, then that is the best of all results. And I'm glad I got that. And the only problem with my Tesla is that superchargers are so far away. The closest one to me is about 45 miles, and the next one is 70 miles. So it's not exactly on my front door to go and charge up the car. But the other facilities, particularly using a CHAdeMO, it makes it okay. And I'm pleased to be doing that. I'll keep a track of these results and let you know later on in time once I've done a significant number of miles in my Tesla. Currently I've done just over 7,000 miles, so maybe I look again when we have completed 10,000 miles and also compare the number of charging sessions that I have with Charge Your Car and how many kilowatt hours I have loaded into the Tesla from free charging systems, and that will give me a better idea of how much it costs me to run the Tesla compared to perhaps having the diesel car before. More on that subject sometime later. For now, bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.